G'day and welcome back to Mitch's Adventures for All. So today's episode is going to be another one where I'm just sort of talking about the car because while I did go away this month, it was a family event, so no filming was really done. But let's walk around and have a look. So today I want to talk about some of the pros and cons of daily driving a touring rig. So my car's always set up, it's what I drive to work every day, and well yeah, there are some pros and cons about it, so I'd like to talk about that. Also, if you stick around to the end, I do have a sort of update that I'd like to give, so hang about. So a definite pro is I've always got my cooking gear, plus I've installed this little table on the side of my rack, which means when I'm at work, most people, they're sitting in there having, they'll have a cup of noodles, they'll microwave some food, just general boring stuff. But because I've got a full setup, I get to cook whatever I want. I've had steak at work, I cook a lot of chicken lately, but I can just go out in the car park, cook whatever I want. I don't have to live on boring food like everyone else does sitting in a retail job. Another great pro is the rooftop tent, and that's pretty well explanatory. I live 70 k's from my job, so there's some days where I've had to finish late at night, but I've had to open the next day, so it's really early. I can pull over into a rest area outside of town, set up. I've usually got food in my fridge, set up the rooftop tent, I can sleep rather than having to drive the whole way back home, whole way back in. I've always got a rooftop tent to stay there and sleep in. Another con to do with the weight is the GCM of the car. So some people don't know this. A GCM is your gross combined mass. I believe it's gross. Your car might be able to weigh a total of 3 tonne as its GVM. It might be able to tow 3 tonne. You can't in most bases have a 6 tonne car when it's combined together. For example, I'm not 100% certain on mine because I don't do a lot of towing, but my old man has the Great Wall Cannon. Can be a 3 tonne car, can tow 3 tonne, but it's only allowed a combined weight of 5.5 tonne. So with having all this extra weight on my car, it's a lot harder for me to be able to tow stuff. So your GCM's a bit of a problem sometimes, but that is something that a lot of people should remember as well. Just because you got a combined does not mean it can be what the car is and what you can tow. A definite pro, bull bar. But to be fair, any car that's compatible with a bull bar I think should have a bull bar. I live in the bush. Kangaroos are everywhere. Great to have a bull bar. I can mount lights on there that I wouldn't usually be able to mount on there. Also, UHF. While I use it a bit while I go camping, when I got someone coming with me, it's brilliant, great communication, but also if it's tend to travel and go out on the highway or whatever, I can listen to see if there's been an accident or anything like that. So UHF, again, brilliant. Now one of the cons is, because I have the rooftop tent and all the extra weight on the back, my fuel usage is way higher than it should be for this car. So I do have to do a lot of kilometres, so I do fill up once a week anyway, but I think from what it would be empty, I'm losing close to 150 k's of fuel usage, so yeah, that is a definite con. Another great pro is the fact that I have a dual battery system, so I know you can charge your phone in your car, but you don't want to leave your car running, or you don't want to leave your phone in there. I can charge my phone and stuff on the back of my car. I can run stuff off it all while I'm sitting out here and I can see everything that's going on. So dual battery system, definite plus again. Not going to show you too much in the car because it is an absolute mess from going away, but fridge, both a pro and a con. It's pro because I get cold drinks. I keep food cold that I can take in and cook for lunch. It's brilliant to have in the car. Con, it's a 60-litre fridge. I haven't really got a lot of places to mount it, so it does take up 2 seats in the back of my car. Another con that I've recently come across is the height of my car. I think I stand at about 2100, so my car's fairly low anyway, but top of the tent down to the bottom of the car, about 2100 long. I'm going to an event later this year in October, and I'm going to have to take my rooftop tent off because I'm too tall to get into their parking because it's in the city. Not really a negative that affects me, but my car is almost always covered in mud. I live on a farm anyway, so I get mud from that. But anytime I go out, go camping or whatever, I tend to pick up some mud. My parking spot at work, I know which one it is because it has always got dropped mud in there. Another quick pro, still again, nothing special about it. I've always got a table and chair in there. Like I said, there are days when it's a long day at work. I can just pull over, sit down for a bit, relax. It's nice. I don't have to be cooped up in the car if I've got to stop anywhere. I'm always prepared to be outside the car. Quick pro that I forgot to mention, I always carry a bin with me. That's always a pro, because when you go camping or out somewhere, clean up your goddamn mess. So I've always got a little bin with me to clean up all my stuff, but I do tend to take some bags with me to clean up other stuff. So overall, I do think daily driving a touring rig is a brilliant idea. It can benefit you a lot in just regular day-to-day life. Like as well with the fridge that I forgot to mention. Every time I go shopping, I don't get bags or anything. I just put it in the trolley, put it straight in my fridge. It's always there. Yeah, so it helps me out a lot in day-to-day life, just simple things that you don't really think about. But the only real negatives that there are to it is the cost to run pretty well. There's a few problems, like I said, with the towing and stuff, but again, I don't tow too much. But yeah, it's great to have a touring rig as a daily driver. So I said there'd be a bit of an update towards the end of the video, so here it is. Anyone who's been around the channel for long enough, since the beginning of Mitch's Adventures for All when I was way younger, will recognise this vehicle. It is the original adventure rig, the first one that I had. It's actually the first car I ever owned, but so I still have it. So currently I'm working on getting it re-registered, and once it's been re-registered, I want to, from basically the start to the end, film upgrading the car so I can show everything. This car is going to be way more kitted out than the orange one, just because I will be taking weight off the orange one, because like I said, one of the cons is fuel usage, and it does cost me a fair bit a week. But everything will go onto this, save for cooking gear and all that stuff. I want to have it completely kitted out, fully done myself if I can. There'll be some things that I can't do. And then, yeah, so in future videos, hopefully I'll be able to update you, see what's going on with it. That's going to wrap up today's video. Sorry we didn't go camping or much really happened. It was just another car episode. But I did make a promise to post once a month for the year. And although this is going to come out on the last day of August, I still will keep that promise to myself. Should be back to hopefully camping again next month. And like I said, I hope I can give you updates on this car as it slowly gets built up. But until then, I'll see you down the road.